The Democratic National Convention wraps up tonight in Chicago with a primetime speech from Vice President Kamala Harris. She's expected to accept her nomination. Anita Blanton from her sister station joins us live at the United Center in Chicago this morning. Good morning, Anita. It's a big day as we're wrapping things up. What are we expecting on this final day and from the Vice President tonight?
Couldn't be a bigger moment for Vice President Kamala Harris than tonight. Of course, it will be a historic night as she takes more formally the nomination for president from the Democratic Party. So this will be, as I said, history. If you think about the fact that Shirley Chisholm, Geraldine Ferraro, even Hillary Clinton have tried this feat before, but Vice President Kamala Harris now being the first woman of color to accept a major party nomination for president. Tonight, I know that she is expected to speak about the economy, essentially what she would do for the country. She'll also speak about some of the other major issues of the day in terms of reproductive rights, and also she's going to have to talk about the war. So, you know, each day outside of these walls, we have had protests for pro-Palestine protest. And occasionally we've had a counter-protest for Israeli protesters. But, you know, each night that we've had those, we've also had people on the inside who have given their testimonies. Last night we had a family whose son was held hostage. Is still currently being held hostage from that fateful day, October 7th, where so many were taken hostage in Israel. So these are very hard lines, very hard conversations for the Democratic Party to have. But somehow tonight, Vice President Kamala Harris is really going to have to address some hard conversations, hard topics, but then also set up how she would handle them moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Expecting that big speech from the Vice President tonight. Let's take a look back last night, if we can, for a moment. We've mentioned here in Minnesota, we're very familiar with Governor Tim Walz. This was his time kind of in the national spotlight for a lot of people to get to know him. What was his speech like? What was the reaction like from the crowd?
Yeah, so Senator Amy Klobuchar framed him as the dad in plaid. Maybe you all have coined that term as well. But for many of us, it was the first time we were hearing that. You know, last night, that is essentially how he came off. Coach Walz. Throughout the night, you heard testimonials from some of his former student athletes and also some of his former service members who talked about how he changed their lives or impacted their lives. Or in one young man's life, he said, he saved my life, that my life would have gone in a totally different trajectory had it not been for Coach Walz. He talked about growing up in Nebraska and how that impacted his life, the 24 years that he spent in the National Guard, and that, of course, has come under a lot of criticism from the Republican side of things. In fact, we've even received statements this morning from Donald Trump and J.D. Vance still criticizing his military service. But he also talked about being a social studies teacher, being a football coach, and really the end of his speech was like a pep rally or a pep talk, if you will, for the nation. It was a pep rally in here for sure. He said he hasn't given a lot of big speeches. In fact, there was a conversation about how he was just kind of learning how to read a prompter, which is something we do most every day. But he says that he hasn't done a lot of big speeches. He's really good at pep talks, though. This is the fourth quarter for the Democratic Party. They are down a field goal on the field. We are on offense, driving the ball. Get in the trenches, he told people. Get to blocking and tackling, and you can sleep when you're dead. It's time to leave it all on the field right now. So people were pretty energetic by the time he ended his speech last night.
Okay, yeah, like we've heard similar to the dad in plaid, Anita, over the years. So big night tonight, and we want to thank you so much for all of your reporting for us in the morning from Chicago, keeping us in the loop. We appreciate it.
No problem at all.
Okay, thanks, Anita. And again, that big night tonight with Vice President Kamala Harris expected to accept that nomination.